Hey everybody. Yep, it's me again. Back in the mess. Uh I have ideas, different stuff I want to do, take you different places, but that's got to wait until it's a little bit warmer because it's a nice warm -1 and there's lots of snow out. So, not for today. We're not leaving the house, not for a while. All kinds of fun at we first of all, I don't think I've ever told you that we call our house Shea Dork, and it's because we're dorks, nerds, geeks, dorks, whatever. We like what we like, and we have hobbies that we do, and it's kind of fun. We used to have music parties a lot, and those have kind of fallen off in the years because we started traveling more. We're not traveling as much now, so hopefully that will come back, and we'll have people in the house, and I'll video some of that because it can be a lot of fun. Anyway, what I want to talk to you about today is meditation. Now, this may be a topic that we cover a number of times. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I know some things that not very many other people will teach you, or I don't see them teaching this. First of all, chances are really, really, really good, especially if you cringe when you hear the word, chances are really, really good that you have been sold a huge bill of goods as to what meditation is. I certainly was. I was studying with a group in I think I've mentioned this in other videos, in the 80s and early 90s. And boy, if you could not just sit down and immediately go into this trance state and just be completely still and have this whole thing play out in your brain, well, you just weren't meditating, you just weren't spiritual enough, and screw you. And I found that a lot. People would say, this is what you're supposed to do when you meditate. And I just thought I was incapable and wasn't worth anything, and couldn't do it, and I would never do it. And I had a lot. I didn't have no ability to imagine, but I had a less ability to imagine than a lot of people did, I think. And so I just thought, well, I'm defective. I can't meditate. So, over the years, people kept saying it'll change your life. It's amazing. And I decided to start learning how to do it my way, and discovered that, yeah, it's very possible to meditate not like they say and get a tremendous amount out of it. I even work, I do some dream and dream work. It's I would say shamanistic. I know that that's a problem word, but anyway, it's kind of intense and kind of cool, and I can talk about that more in the future if anybody's interested. But to start out with, meditation is one thing and one thing only. It is chilling your mind out and being within yourself without all the cracked out weasels like the ones I talk about in my head. And it is not this, it can be a lot of other things, but at its core, it's just learning to be quiet and not constantly thinking about your grocery list, or what you need to get at the store, or what you want to cook for dinner. You're trying to bring that down and quiet yourself, and that's it. You automatically meditate every day. I guarantee it. Those moments where you just sort of fuzz out and you're kind of thinking about something, but not really, and you're just sort of there. That's a form of meditation. You can do art meditation. You can do music meditation. You can do walking meditations, running meditations if you run. It is astounding how many different ways you can find to meditate. But to learn how, to start out, swear to God, swear to whoever, sit down and breathe. One of my favorite ways to start breathing is I call it square breathing. I know it goes by other names, but you breathe into a count, you hold it for a count. You breathe out for a count, you hold it for a count. You breathe in, and that's it. And you're just kind of going in in a square. So breathe, hold, breathe, hold, breathe, hold. And that's it. If you want to imagine the square in your head, whatever, start out with 4, because most people can hold their breath to a count of 4, not a problem. And if you want to go up, if it feels good to do it. This is also an excellent way to chill your brain out if you're mad. It's a breathing exercise if you have trouble, if you have asthma or something like that. It is astounding the good of just that. If you don't do anything else, just that is a kind of meditation. So start out with the breathing in 4s, and when you are really just okay, I'm into it, I'm grooving, you can stop the counting and just breathe, and your breathing will automatically have been slowed down and calmed down. When something comes into your head and you think about it, just go, okay, think about you later, and wave it off. Something else comes in, go, all right, noted, go. That's it. As you sit and chill out and turn your thoughts away, don't dwell on them. And God, I know how hard this is not to, but it gets easier to go, oh, that sounds good for dinner. We'll think about that later. Oh yeah, I'll put that on my list later. Yeah, I need to do whatever. I'll do it later. Just quiet. Try and reduce the amount of thoughts. Not to get rid of them, not to hate on them, not to beat yourself up if you start thinking about something. Just smile. If you go way too off the rails, you can go back into the breathing in 4s, the square breathing again for a while, because the counting will keep your brain from thinking of other things. Or if it's just a little, oh yeah, dinner and da-da-da, stop. Just bring it back. Don't be mad at yourself if you start thinking of other things. It's our brain. That's what it does. The whole point behind it is to think, duh. So there's no reason to be upset because you started thinking about stuff. That's what we do. Just go, that's nice, and come back to just a quiet moment. You can drink your tea while you're being quiet. You can sit and draw while you're being quiet. You can just sit there with your eyes closed. Whatever your jam is, whatever you need to do. If you want to do this while you're walking, it's very similar. Feel your footsteps. Get into a rhythm. You're walking, concentrating on the rhythm of your feet and kind of shooing away thoughts as they come in, just looking and being out, and that's a meditation. I promise a few minutes of meditation every day can make a gigantic difference in your life. And there are other things you can do. There are probably 57 billion guided meditation videos or audios on the internet. If you do YouTube, you do YouTube. If you do Spotify has millions different people that do different types of guided meditations for all different kinds of purposes. I swear to you, there's truckloads of it. There is one app that I really love. That's something timer. I can't think of the whole thing. I'll find it and I'll put it in the note. And it has people from all over the world, all over different kinds of meditations that they will teach you or do and you listen to. And that can be extremely rewarding, just to lay down and close your eyes, or sit down and close your eyes and listen to them create a picture for you, and you follow it, and there'll be prompts and different things. It's great. Or just music. There's all kinds binaural beats, music that you listen to in your headphones, and it's supposed to change your heart rhythm, and it's change your breathing. It's supposed to change all sorts of stuff. I love them. They're really cool. There's meditation music for people with ADHD that just kind of helps your brain chill. Whatever. Do something every day. Do it as you're falling asleep. Do it when you get up in the morning. Just take a quiet moment. And the more you get used to quieting your brain down, and the more you get used to being in that kind of groove and flow, the more you're meditating and the better you get at it. So I've heard so many people saying, well, I can't meditate. Yes, you can. You just can't meditate that way, whatever way it was you heard how to do it. Just smile and nod. Anybody wants to meditate, they meditate their own way, however it works for their brain. Just keep in mind it might not work for your brain. Find what works. Moving meditation, sitting meditation, lying down meditation. There's a branch of yoga called Yoga Nidra, which is it's what it's supposed to do, and it's difficult for me, and I'm still working on it, but it's supposed to put your body to sleep, but your mind is still awake. It's called the yogic sleep. It's very interesting. Look it up, read about it. It's really fascinating. I'll try and put some of that in the, not in the comments, but in the, what this video is about, description. Find the way that works for you and do it and practice it a little bit at a time, a couple minutes a day. It is not a huge, you're not aspiring to be the yogi on top of the mountain who meditates 24 hours a day. That's not what we're looking for. We're just looking for quieting ourselves down, quieting that chatter, those cracked out weasels in our head. And trust me, it'll make a huge difference in your life. Everything from blood pressure to just being able to be a lot more serene when stuff happens. So that's all. Just blathering about meditation today. I hope everybody is doing well. If you're in one of the places with the cold snap, I hope you're warm. So take care of yourselves, and I love you all.